What is up, guys? Raymond here, also known as Ray Vision, and check it out today. Well, we are going to be playing some Forza Horizon 2. Now, we're going to be doing a drift build as we do usually once a week. Sorry about no video last week, guys. I am in the middle of exams and assignments and shit. You know how it is. So, this week we are going to be doing a Subaru WRX STI. This is the Ken Block paint job, the old one. He has a new one, which is blue now. I don't like his new paint job as much, but that's besides the point. I wanted to stay to the original car, so I kept the 4-cylinder engine at the place of going with the V8, so it does limit my horsepower to a little bit shy of 600, while the original Gymkhana car had about 650, so it's really important to take that into account. But that doesn't mean we weren't able to drift with it. Obviously, we're not as much able to power through everything, and also because I'm trying to stay faithful to Gymkhana, this is a 4-wheel drive car stock, so I made a 4-wheel drive drift tune. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but I managed to pull it off. So if you guys are interested in downloading this tune and trying it out for yourself, and tell me if I'm shit or not at making drift tunes. Now, this is the first 4-wheel drive drift tune I've ever made, period. Go in the comments and tell me what you think of it, but also go and try it out. I did upload it to the internet, so if you buy a Subaru and you're interested in drifting, you just download this tune and it should do a pretty good job. Now, the Subaru WRX STI is, first of all, a beast sounding car, and it is a beast car indeed that I would love to have in real life. That is not the case, but I do have a Subaru, just not the WRX STI part. Important thing that you want to take into account in this car is that it is freaking good looking and good sounding, and even if it is a 4-wheel drive car, we love it, and it's especially great in the winter, because in the winter, you know, you can do a bunch of shenanigans then. You don't need that absurd amount of horsepower. Oh, professional YouTuber, there goes the doorbell. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but it makes her amazing. So check it out. The thing with this car and a lot of 4-wheel drive cars is, yes, they are more forgiving, as in it's a lot easier not to spin out. It's also a lot harder with these cars to maintain your points, to keep the point streak going, because it is basically, I like this, well, it's power sliding, but the difference between a 4-wheel drive drifting and a rear-wheel drive drift, in my opinion, is a 4-wheel drive drift is a lot more aggressive, and by that I mean there's a lot more angle to it, and you're going a lot faster through the turn, which basically means 4-wheel drive drifting, as you see, is not easy. I messed up there, but it's a lot more of, you need to have the perfect entrance, because if you don't, either you won't be able to drift all the way through the turn, and you won't spin out in these cars. It's impossible because of the fact they're 4-wheel drive. But you see there, unless you get a really good entrance into your turn with the e-brake, they're very dependent on e-brakes, these cars, you will not make it anywhere. So it's very important when you're drifting a 4-wheel drive car to be able to get those entrances perfect. The Corvette I used to drift back in Forza 5, that car, if I missed the entrance, of course I would spin out, and it was a really weird tune though. It was a little bit of a special tune. It was a 4-wheel drive, but with all the power in the rear, anyways, it's complicated. But what I'm trying to say is that with 4-wheel drive car, it's very important that you get your entrance to the turn properly. You don't, and well, shit hits the fan. Apart from that, guys, not much has been happening. I have been reading a lot of DC comics recently. I've read The Flash, the Aquaman, all of the new 52s. Well, by all I only mean just a few. Right now I'm doing the Green Lanterns, which I just started, and if there are any comics you would like to recommend me to read, well, tell me that, because I am enjoying them very, very much, and I love them, and they're stealing all my money more than Steam does. That's a statement right there. That was a pretty solid turn, as you see. As long as you get a very strong angle on the entrance of your turn, you should be able to hold it all the way through, but that doesn't guarantee anything. And doing donuts with this car just doesn't have enough power with the 4-cylinder engine. So I might revisit this later, give it the V8 boost on power, because it's a lot harder to drive a 4-wheel drive car. You need a lot more power to drift it than you would a regular rear wheel, just because you got 4 wheels, a lot more friction happening, and so it's a lot harder to break traction compared to the rear wheels where it's just the 2. So we are approaching the end of the video here. Right before the end, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take this car to the airport, because I remember seeing a Top Gear segment where they took James May, Captain Slow, to the airport with Ken Block, and they made him drive around, and here I just do a cheeky little donut around planes and all that. So as usual, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Leave your car suggestions below, and I will see you all next time.